Today, we're diving deep into the hidden history of Binkusu no Sake and some mind-blowing theories around it. Hidden within Binkusu no Sake is a secret that's said to be as valuable as a whopping 10 billion berries. What's more, there are rumors of lyrics that were written but never made it to the public eye. These elusive lines have sparked some major buzz amongst fans right here in Japan. If you're nodding along with my findings, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe. Got a theory of your own? Don't be shy, drop it in the comments. Heads up, this video contains spoilers up to chapter 1067, so tread with caution. Alright, let's dive in. Did you know pirates sing? Luffy, our main man Luffy, who's all about becoming the Pirate King, set out with the goal of assembling a team of 10. So far, he's got 9 incredibly unique members in his Straw Hat crew. But there was one role, one position Luffy was absolutely obsessed with. Yep, that's right, a musician. A doctor, huh? That's cool. But a musician's up first. Luffy, despite being a pirate captain, expected to face countless intense battles. Luffy was super hung up on having a musician on board. And speaking of music and songs, there's one particular tune in One Piece that jumps to mind, right? Yes, it's Binkusu no Sake. Turns out, Binkusu no Sake has a plotline so significant, it's worth 1 billion berries. There's a wild backstory to this song with lyrics that never made it to the public. And those lyrics, they hint at that thing, making it impossible to overlook its importance. Why am I focusing on Binkusu no Sake now, you ask? It's because of the big release of One Piece film Red as we enter the final arc. If you've watched the movie, you'd probably feel like it's basically a musical with all the songs and soundtracks. The movie's main character, Oda, even made an appearance at a major music festival. Songs from Oda's songs dominated the top 7 spots on Apple Musica phenomenon, to say the least. And guess what? The limited edition album had a special track. Those who listened to it probably went, huh? Yep, the album features a version of Binkusu no Sake that wasn't in film Red. That's almost like the One Piece team screaming, "This song is crucial, folks." When discussing Binkusu no Sake, there's a major question on everyone's mind. Who actually created this iconic song? Given that the world government has erased numerous histories, maybe someone passed down history and truth through songs. So today, let's dive into who possibly wrote Binkusu no Sake. I've broken it down into 3 main points. Potential creators of Binkusu no Sake, its connection to the Void Century, the truths hidden in the lyrics. Let's get into it one by one. Back in the day, all pirates sang this song. In both tough times and joyful ones. Yo ho 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 Brook. At the age of 90, Brook mentioned that all the pirates from his era sang this song. A tune called Binkusu no Sake, which was crafted and has been sung continuously since the distant past. Whether by back in the day Brook is referring to his time with the Rumbar Pirates, or even a generation before him is uncertain. However, given that Brook died once at the age of 38, it's certain that this song was sung by many pirates at least 50 years ago. This naturally leads to questions about when and who created this song, and how it's been passed down through the ages. Could the unraveling of this mystery be the key to understanding the full picture of One Piece's narrative? Many theories about its author have been proposed, but today, I'll mention 2 prominent candidates. The first is the person who made a certain promise with Joy Boy. The second is Joy Boy himself. Why are these 2 names considered? Let's begin by revisiting the scene where Binkusu no Sake first appeared, and delve into the foreshadowing scattered within its lyrics. Rumbar Pirates Once in a Lifetime chorus Brook, the piano, that song, the Song of Life. Binkusu no Sake was first sung in Volume 50, Chapter 488, titled Song of Life. Leading up to it, Chapter 486 was titled Piano, and Chapter 487 was titled That Song. From this, it's evident that the author, Mr. Oda, was eagerly anticipating the official introduction of this song. Now, looking back at the cover of Volume 50, wouldn't many say, isn't Oda too much of a genius? If you examine the cover of this volume, you'll see Luffy eating what appears to be Ace's Viver card, or paper. Let me reiterate, he's eating paper or God in Japanese. Speaking of God, this brings us to Chapter 1037. Why did the world government go to the trouble of giving that devil fruit another name? Surely to erase that fruit's name from history. 5 elders, This line, spoken with urgency by one of the five elders, undeniably left many One Piece fans with faces akin to Enel's shocked expression. The true name of the devil fruit that Luffy ate, which the world government went to great lengths to conceal, is revealed. Zoan type human fruit, mythical model Nika, the sun god Nika, five elders. Indeed, in Volume 1, Luffy had consumed the god or paper in Japanese. It's possible that as early as Volume 50, Mr. Oda might have been hinting at this shocking truth, using the volume's cover. Thus far, we've looked into the first appearance of Binkusu no Sake, the significant foreshadowing hidden in Volume 50 where Binkusu no Sake first appeared. Conveys a sense that there's more to this song than meets the eye. If it's this song, I'll sing along. Lola, I know this song. Shanks and his crew sang it. Luffy, from these lines, we can gather that not only the Rumbar pirates, but also various pirate groups from the past cherished Binkusu no Sake. Given that Captain Lola of the Rolling Pirates knows the song, perhaps even the Big Mom Pirates, of which her mother is a part, sang it too. Another point to focus on here is, I thought I heard it somewhere before, a nostalgic song Robin. This fleeting panel featuring Robin's musing, easily missed by many, sparks some intriguing theories. Recalling Robin's past, she was always on the run from the world government and had affiliations with numerous pirate groups. It wouldn't be surprising if she had heard the song during her time with one of those crews. However, what stands out is Robin's expression while listening to the song. Holding a glass, she seems incredibly serene. Given that Robin constantly faced betrayals motivated by bounties, if Binkusu no Sake reminded her of her painful past, she wouldn't show such an expression. One possibility to consider is that Robin might have heard this song back in her hometown of O'Hara. Can such a thing happen in O'Hara, which is not a pirate island? One might phrase this question. However, up until now, this theory had little evidence to back it up. But a new revelation in Chapter 1066. In his obsession with the Void Century, he was an adventurer seeking documents from all over the world. Vegapunk, in a flashback of Vegapunk, Dr. Clover, a leading archaeologist from O'Hara, was portrayed almost like a full-fledged pirate, even though he was called an adventurer. From this, we can hypothesize that during his adventure chasing the Void Century, Dr. Clover encountered Binkusu no Sake and sang it in O'Hara. And if, during his journey pursuing the Void Century, he came across Binkusu no Sake, this song could be related to the mystery of the Void Century. Further, the Pirate King, Galdi Roger, in Chapter 967, which depicted his last voyage to the end of the world, the Roger pirates were singing Binkusu no Sake in Tequila Wolf. I believe you now understand the importance of this song to the extent that it hardly needs any more explanation. It's now clear that major clues left for the final chapter, such as the Void Century and the Sun God Nika, are involved. Next, let's delve deeper into the meaning of the lyrics, an element that cannot be ignored when analyzing the author. So far, we've looked at the importance of the song Binkusu no Sake, but what we mustn't forget is that the lyrics of Binkusu's song were personally penned by none other than Oda Sensei. Thus, it's obvious that the lyrics conceal critical hints. Looking closely at the lyrics of Binkusu no Sake, expressions that can be seen as clues related to important characters and settings that have appeared in the story are hidden. The 7 points I will address are: the birds sing as they draw circles in the sky. Farewell to the harbor, to my old hometown. Now the waves are dancing, beat upon the drums. Today and tomorrow are dreams through the night. Can't see the waving shadows anymore. Waving our goodbyes, we'll never meet again. Never ending, ever wandering, our funny traveling tale. The most intriguing phrase, going to deliver Binkusu no Sake, has the most crucial meaning, which I'll introduce at the end. Now let's look at the first and second points. The song of the birds sing as they draw circles in the sky, and farewell to the harbor, to my old hometown. When I first heard these lyrics, I didn't think they were that important. However, the foreshadowing in One Piece is so intricate that a single panel from the past can change everything after years. About 8 years after Binkusu no Sake first appeared in Volume 50, I got goosebumps when I saw the Kazuki family crest in Volume 82. That's right. The Kazuki family's emblem is precisely a bird drawing a circle. This means these birds sing as they draw circles in the sky, clearly represents the Kazuki family crest. Furthermore, in the English version, the lyric is "to my old hometown," but in the Japanese version, it's tsumugi no sato. This tsumugi refers to the fiber used in traditional Japanese clothing, leading to the speculation that tsumugi no sato might be hinting at the Wano country. The Kazuki family were stonemasons who made the poneglyphs, and a type of poneglyph, the road poneglyph, leads to the final island, Raftel. So the Kazuki family undoubtedly plays a significant role in the ending of One Piece. It's incredible that the song hinted at two major foreshadowings in one piece: Wano country and the Kazuki family, 8 years before their actual introduction. Next, the third point about now the waves are dancing beat upon the drums. I hadn't paid much attention to these lyrics for a long time. No wonder, since the word drum prominently appeared 14 years after the introduction of Binkusu no Sake in volume 103. You probably get it by now. It's the heartbeat of Luffy who awakened the Gum fruit, or rather the human fruit. Mythical Zoan model Nika. This heartbeat, described as Don ... is also referred to as Joy Boy's Drum of Liberation, which led to the connection between Joy Boy and Nika. If this analysis is correct, as of volume 50, it had hinted at the Drum of Liberation, Joy Boy, and Nika. Next, regarding the fourth lyric, today and tomorrow are dreams through the night, and the sixth, waving our goodbyes, we'll never meet again. These lyrics are somewhat intricate, but the phrasing suggests that the current world of One Piece is in a certain state. That state is night. To explain further, Wano country, or rather the world, is waiting for someone. Oden, I believe Luffy and his crew are the ones the Kazuki clan has been waiting for to bring the dawn to the world. Pedro, thus, the current world is in a state where night has not yet broken, and it can be interpreted that the world is longing to be liberated from this night. Looking at the lyrics of Binkusu no Sake, dreams of evening signifies dusk. Furthermore, from the expression still in it's still a moonlit night tomorrow, one can infer that the scene being sung about is also nighttime. As we've seen so far, it's conceivable that Binkusu no Sake and the Kazuki clan are deeply connected. The words Kazuki clan and dawn, as well as Binkusu no Sake and night, appear to be linked. Is it possible that so many elements coincide and intertwine by mere coincidence? Next, let's shift our perspective slightly and delve into the relationship between Joy Boy and the moon as suggested by the lyrics of Binkusu no Sake. Regarding the fifth lyric, can't see the waving shadows anymore, and the sixth, waving our goodbyes, we'll never meet again. The certain situation evident from these lyrics is separation. Thus, the waving shadow suggests someone parting from someone else, and the phrase still a moonlit night tomorrow makes one think that this separation is taking place on a moonlit night. From the relationship between Binkusu no Sake Nika and Joy Boy mentioned earlier, let's assume the character in Binkusu no Sake is Joy Boy. This means Joy Boy is parting from someone. Going further, this someone could be the slaves Joy Boy saved. Why slaves? We'll touch on that later. For now, we can speculate that Joy Boy's homeland is the moon. Perhaps he nostalgically remembers the moon, his homeland, as he faces the moment of separation. Also, speaking of the moon, it reminds many of Enel and his connection to the moon, a topic explored in various theory videos. In the short-term focused cover story series Enel's Great Space Mission, Enel was wandering the moon aboard the Ark Maxim. Our beloved Oda-sensei incorporates story hints even in cover illustrations. It's needless to say the moon plays a significant role. Perhaps in the near future, Enel will reveal something about Joy Boy and the moon. Lastly, regarding the seventh lyric, never ending, ever wandering, our funny traveling tale. Yes, when you hear Laughing Tale, you think of that island. 12 years after the release of Volume 50, its true nature was revealed by Oden. Seeing the immense treasure that truly existed, Roger was laughing at that time. Oden, the island named after everyone who reached it, laughed so hard they cried, Laugh Tale. While Laugh Tale translates directly to Laughing Tale, it directly connects with the final phrase Laughing Tale in Binkusu no Sake. The word Laugh Tale first appeared in the 12th volume published in 2000. 8 years after its first appearance, Binkusu no Sake incorporated the phrase Laughing Tale, which was then linked to Laugh Tale 12 years later. Having explored the meanings embedded in the lyrics, let's now revisit who might have crafted this foreshadowing rich, pivotal song. Who exactly are you apologizing to? Who are you? Joy Boy. Robin, it's an apology for breaking the promise with Fishman Island. Neptune. In chapter 649, the overview of the Fishman Islands poneglyph was revealed by Robin and Neptune. This scene is quite old now, and many might have forgotten about it. However, in Roger's last voyage where Odin read the poneglyph, this apology resurfaces. One hypothesis arises from this. Could it be that the person Joy Boy was apologizing to through the poneglyph was the one who created Binkusu no Sake? Or perhaps it was made by those who had a deep connection with Joy Boy and were waiting for him to appear. To elaborate, Joy Boy conveyed his will to the next generation through the poneglyph. Similarly, Binkusu no Sake might have been a song through which someone who fought alongside Joy Boy 800 years ago entrusted their will to the next generation. Moreover, in chapter 649, Joy Boy was a real person who existed during the Void Century Neptune. That message was addressed to the mermaid princess who lived on this island at the time. Neptune. From Neptune's words, it was revealed that Joy Boy was a person who once made a promise to the mermaid princess. Thus, applying the hypothesis that Binkusu no Sake was created 800 years ago by the mermaid princess, lyrics like Whether Today or Tomorrow, Dreams of the Night, and Can't See the Waving Shadow anymore evoke a feeling of longing for someone. This could also apply to those who were close to Joy Boy. Therefore, it's possible that Joy Boy made promises not only with the mermaid princess, but also with many others. Someone from those races who made the promise might have been waiting for Joy Boy and created Binkusu no Sake as a message for future generations. Wano country number the world is waiting for a certain person. Odin. In chapter 967, after knowing everything about the world, Odin said this. Presuming that certain person is Joy Boy. Thus, it's almost certain that the world is waiting for Joy Boy. Joy Boy entrusted the will to be passed on to the next generation through the poneglyph. Similarly, those waiting for the promise from 800 years ago might be keeping and passing on the existence of the promise through Binkusu no Sake. What could be the intention behind the lyrics, endless destinations, endless jest? Perhaps it suggests a promise without a clear direction or end, but ultimately aiming to turn everything into a laughing matter for everyone. So far, we've speculated that the first potential creator of the Binkusu no Sake might be either the person Joy Boy was apologizing to or the people who were waiting for Joy Boy. Next, we'll consider the second candidate, which is Joy Boy himself. To explain, after realizing his defeat in the war against the 20 allied nations 800 years ago, Joy Boy created Binkusu no Sake. Alongside leaving the poneglyph, he wanted to leave his adventure in the form of a song to guide people to raftle and liberate the world. The basis for this claim is in how Binkusu no Sake is composed. Interestingly, Binkusu no Sake can be divided into 6 parts. Song of the Harbor, Song of Departure, Song of the Sea, Song of the Storm, Song of Farewell, Song of the Departing Ship. Just by looking at these titles, you can see it's structured like an adventure story with a beginning, middle, and end. Examining these parts closely suggests that this song is indeed an adventure tale. Let's look into each part. First, concerning the Harbor Song and Departure Song, as we've discussed so far, the birds sing as they draw circles in the sky, and Tsumugi's village indicate the Wano country. The Farewell Harbor, Tsumugi's village, suggests the place where the adventure begins after leaving Wano country. Next, regarding the Sea Song and Storm Song, this could be said to be as it is. We are pirates sailing through the sea, and the waves are our pillows. The ship our ruse clearly refer to the act of sailing itself. Now comes a storm through the far-off sky, and now the waves are dancing. Beat upon the drums conjure images of the storms inherent to the Grand Line, and the pirates who revel amidst them. Many theorists interpret as Scipia. However, Scipia is said to be only 10 kilometers above ground, and would storms really occur so far above the clouds? This leads us to consider that the far-off sky might refer to a country located much higher, possibly above the red line, akin to current Mary Gi's, and that a storm occurs in such a high place perhaps symbolizes Joy Boy's challenge and his saving of the enslaved people. In ancient times, the slaves believed in a legendary warrior who would one day come to free them, the sun god Nika. Who's who, we can hear the drum of liberation. Joy Boy has returned. Tsunacia. From Who's Who's lines in chapter 10:18, it's evident that the concept of slavery existed 800 years ago when Joy Boy was adventuring, and people believed that Nika would liberate them. And from Zanash's expression in chapter 1043, the equivalence of Joy Boy and Nika was established. From this, we can surmise that Joy Boy was active in efforts to liberate the enslaved. Furthermore, the lyric waves dancing, play the drum might be pointing to the liberation drum of Nika equal Joy Boy. So, amidst intense battles, Joy Boy rang the drum of liberation and freed the enslaved with a smile. Hence, the storm song is believed to have profound implications closely tied to Joy Boy's adventures. Continuing with the farewell song and the journey song, waving our goodbyes, we'll never meet again, is indicative of Joy Boy's departure from those he had saved. It suggests that he couldn't keep a certain promise he made with the people he saved, thus he can't meet them again. The lyrics include "Let's all sing it with a dawn," a song of the waves, doesn't matter who you are, someday you'll just be bones, and never ending, ever wandering, our funny traveling tale. These suggest that while I couldn't fulfill my promise, someone in future generations will likely save this world on my behalf. But that time is uncertain and very distant, yet when it comes, it will be a subject of funny tales. Thus far, we've considered Binkusu no Sake in 6 spots, and theorized that its creator might be Joy Boy. There's another intriguing piece of evidence supporting Joy Boy's authorship. That's the original draft of Binkusu no Sake. In fact, in the story, there's an original version of Binkusu no Sake penned by Oda Sensei. Yo ho ho ho, we'll deliver Binkusu no Sake. Farewell to the harbor, to Tsumugi's village. Eat, drink, sleep, eat. Yo ho ho ho, we'll go to deliver. Today again our dwelling is on the sea. By the time we hear the dawn's drum, we'll deliver Binkusu no Sake. By the time we hear the dawn's drum. Oda Sensei, the lyrics suggest a free-spirited individual exactly like Nika, potentially pointing to Joy Boy. Nika is known for the drum of liberation, but here we see the drum of dawn, suggesting that maybe Nika's full awakening hasn't occurred yet. Let's look at the part "By the time we hear the dawn's drum, we'll deliver Binkusu no Sake" from a different perspective. In One Piece, liquor usually appears in banquet scenes. Could "by the time we hear the dawn's drum" symbolize the great battle leading to the world's dawn? Could it imply that after the battle ends, everyone will drink together at a grand feast encompassing the entire world? Given the ongoing debate in the speculative community and the hypothesis that Luffy's ultimate dream leads to a worldwide feast, this interpretation might seem plausible. To summarize our discussion thus far, the maker of Binkusu no Sake and its intentions can be contemplated through 2 major hypotheses. Someone who fought alongside Joy Boy 800 years ago entrusted their will to the next generation through the song Binkusu no Sake and crafted it to lead the world towards dawn. Realizing his impending defeat in the battle against the 20 United Nations 800 years ago, Joy Boy created Binkusu no Sake to ensure his tales of adventure would inspire future generations to lead the world to freedom. Both theories position Binkusu no Sake as an invaluable song, preserving Joy Boy's will and guiding one to the world's end. But the likelihood seems to favor the idea that Joy Boy himself crafted it. So far, we have explored the maker and intentions of Binkusu no Sake. Now, I'd like to delve into the title Binkusu no Sake itself. What exactly is Binkusu? To conclude, Binkusu was the name of a massive kingdom that thrived 800 years ago. In other words, Joy Boy's hometown was Binkusu, and Binkusu no Sake refers to the liquor of Joy Boy's homeland. Then, the true meaning of the lyrics "going to deliver Binkusu no Sake." It signifies that one day, after achieving victory in a massive battle, there will be a grand feast unlike any depicted before, serving Binkusu no Sake from Joy Boy's homeland. To elaborate, this grand feast notion connects to the idea of leading the world to dawn, associated with those who inherit Joy Boy's will. Currently, Luffy is the prime candidate for this. This implies Joy Boy's will equal Luffy's will, and since Luffy is also from the clan of D, Joy Boy's will equal Luffy's will equal will of D. Given this, could the final chapter unfold this narrative? A massive battle said to be a must in the last chapter. It's a battle in parallel to the one Joy Boy and the 20 allied nations once fought. After Luffy and his crew triumph in this intense, most anticipated battle in One Piece history, they will host a grand feast involving the entire world. The liquor served at this dawn of the world feast will be the Binkusu no Sake found in Raftel, Joy Boy's hometown. Pirates will dance, sing, and raise joyful voices throughout the night, humming a tune. Going to deliver Binkusu no Sake, an endless and aimless laughter tale. That's all for today. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we would be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.